Coming at you from the OLR podcast studio.
It's really more of a basement.
Coming to you from the OLR basement studio.
But it's still a podcast.
Coming to you from the podcast basement studio.
Yeah, but you still need to say OLR.
Coming to you from the OLR podcast basement studio.
Oh, that's way too many words.
Coming at you.
That's not enough. You still need to say OLR.
Let's just start. It's OLR. Does your microphone work over there? Mine does.
Let me check.
Yeah.
Check, mic check 1, 2.
There we are.
Mic check 1,
Here we
2.
are at the OLR podcast. How is everyone? I'm saying that like I'm talking to a camera, but we're not. You know why? I'm too dumb to figure out how to do the camera stuff, Dustin. I didn't mean to be. I didn't mean to be so dumb, but I ain't good at it.
It's all right. Nobody wants to see us anyway.
Nobody wants to see my fat, ugly mug.
I listen to a lot of podcasts that have visual capabilities, and I never go back and listen. There's only been a handful of times I went and checked some Bussin' with the Boys out just because I wanted to see the facials people were giving when they were just into stories.
Oh yeah, there's there's Theo Vaughn and Brendan Schaub's podcast. They have this they have Flaunt My Aunt that they'll send in they'll send in videos of the aunt. It's usually always like, some 70-year-old busted aunt that they get sent in that's, dresses like she's 19. Got to see that from time to time. He's like,
yeah,
I want to see that. It's a train wreck. I want to look at it. I like train wrecks sometimes. I don't care. What if I do? What if I do like train wrecks? No.
I'm not the judgmental type.
No. Not from what I can tell.
I would judge some people.
Yeah.
But not you.
Why? Why wouldn't you? You should. I'm judgmental. I would judge you a little bit.
Name 3 types of people you judge right now.
Meth heads.
Yes. Pajamas in public.
Which a lot of times
goes hand in hand with meth heads, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And people who will wear a mask into a store and then come out and light a cigarette and blow it straight into their kid's face that they happen to be carrying on their arm. I judge the shit out of those people. I don't judge people that yell at their kids in public after I had my own kids. We've established that before. No, the only part about it that I get is they're wearing this mask because they're scared to death about COVID, and their kid's wearing a mask. And then they'll come out of a store and they'll pick their kid up to carry them across the parking lot. And then they'll light the cigarette and they'll blow that cigarette right in their kid's mouth. I'd judge that one. And that's really the two that really get me.
You know what I don't like?
Meth head.
This is not a judgmental thing, but it was just come to my some people lying. We got a lot to talk about, man. It's been
it's been a while.
24 days. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about. I want to start off by shouting out Jeremy Mackey. He saved you. He saved your Gilmore Girls spot a little bit.
Good. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna dig my hole a little deeper. They say if you want to get out of a hole, sometimes you got to put down a shovel. I'm gonna take one more shovelful. Watching Netflix the other night, the Gilmore Girls caption popped across the top, and I got a little bit excited thinking that there was going to be new episodes.
Oh, well, I'm just glad you can find your comfort. You're comfortable enough to admit your. Yeah, well, good metaphor there for your. Just anyway, yeah. Kristen Heflin said she was in the mood for a chick flick the other day on Facebook.
Yeah.
Jeremy Mackey was the first comments at Elizabethtown. Are you on that one yet?
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. Don't know. But Mackey also used to. There was a
Did he say Bridgerton or Elizabethtown?
Elizabethtown.
Okay, I don't know what that one is.
So he's just saving you.
Okay.
So Mackey wants to give me all the flack in the world for being a Lifetime movie watcher.
Mm-hmm.
At least I've never thrown out references like Elizabethtown off the.
I'm gonna look it up because that might be what my wife and I
binge next.
Maybe binge next time.
I have no idea if it's a movie or a binge show, but anyway, that was Mackey's reference. But Mackey was always on that One Tree Hill,
Carol watched that. I never could get in it.
No, if you called Mackey at 6:57, you had 3 minutes of him on the phone. Where One Tree Hill was coming on at 7.
Oh, and he's gone.
That was it.
Yeah.
Woolly Bullies didn't get business on One Tree Hill nights.
Gotcha.
Bet that.
It's a 2005 movie. Elizabethtown.
Oh, shit.
That's a movie. That's not a.
So he's done had this thing on DVD and wore it out probably
2005.
2-3 times. He bought the original one at Walmart.
Kirsten Dunst.
He lost it and bought it at Quick Cash Pawn Shop as a replacement.
Kirsten Dunst, straight off that Spider-Man smoke, man. She just rolled right into a romantic comedy.
So Mackie, you never disparage my name again on anything. Mackie give us a Facebook Valentine's Day. This is all Thad Johnson's fault. Valentine's Day is far removed as we're here on February the 28th.
Yeah, probably. My wife and brother have both had birthdays since the last time we were here.
My dad and my wife had birthdays. So I have to scroll for just a second. But Mackie, so everybody was doing their ridiculous Valentine's Day things with their significant others.
Right.
Basically, the gist of it was put a recent picture of you guys up and where you met, how long you been together,
right,
and all this. And Lindsay done one with me after she's seen 250 other people doing it.
Right.
Then Thad says, and Mackie done one with Marie, and Thad said, "Yeah, but
that's not the one we want.
The real one
Mackie
is with you and DK."
Yeah.
I'm driving one day. And it says, Jeremy Mackey's tagged you in a post. And it said, Valentine's Day challenge. I said, son of a bitch.
He got me.
How'd you guys meet? Woolies. First date. First date. I'm sure a Titans function. How long have you been together? 11 years-ish. Age difference, 2 years. He's older, by the way.
Yeah.
Who was interested first? Well, he thought Jeff, so obviously it was him. He thought
Yeah.
What he's trying to say, he thought Jeff was me. I'm sorry. Who was taller? Eye roll emoji. Who said I love you first? Definitely Dustin.
Oh, I doubt that. I don't think that at all.
A most impatient Dustin, which is not true if you ever seen Jeremy Mackey running late anywhere. Most sensitive. He gets butthurt all the time. I am. It's probably me. I get.
You're a little bit more emotional, you.
Yeah. Loudest, probably me after a few drinks. I don't think that's up for debate, really.
Nobody thinks that's debatable.
I talk a lot. Not
loudly.
Not loudly.
Mackie talks very quietly until it's very loud.
Yeah. Everybody, he's loud enough that everybody asked me.
Where's Mackie?
At the end of at the Titans playoff game, Brad Craggett rode with me to the game. It was bad enough that Becky called us in Gordonsville and said, "Is Mackie going to make it to the game?" I saw his Snapchat where he's yelling dinosaur. And like 4 hours ago on a Snapchat story.
That's funny.
Yes, you win this one, Mackie. Most stubborn. He can be really mean to me, just like Carlos is mean to me. Yes. Falls asleep first. He said, although I'm older, it's got to be him. Yes.
No, guarantee it.
I don't see a lot of 2 a.m.s anymore. Cooks better. I wouldn't trust anything Dustin cooked. Better morning person. Probably him. He has a long drive to work. Better.
I bet the mornings are rough for old Mac sometimes.
Better driver. Duh. I'm a professional. Most competitive. I'd have to say me. I love getting autographs more than him. Funniest. I'll give him credit on this one. I don't know, man. That's pretty.
Yeah, I mean it's
pretty tough.
If you go like highlight for highlight, that would be it'd be a real hard one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think a lot of people would probably give him the nod on that one. Where do you eat out most as a couple? I'd say Wendy's drive-thru coming back home from Nashville.
Yeah.
Who is more social? I'll take credit as the mayor of Cookeville. I think we're both pretty social.
Yeah.
Who's a neat freak? We're both married to amazing women, so they can take care of that. My woman is not a neat freak, and I don't know if Marie is or not, but I will say my wife is not a neat freak.
I like how he like patted both of y'all's women on the back, and you went ahead and said, "No, let me slap that hand away."
No, I ain't trying. My wife is one of those people who keep a clean enough house.
Right.
I'm not going to get on here and slander my wife's cleaning ability.
Right.
She will pick up, and we've got 3 kids, so it's a hell of a task to keep up after 3 kids. She going to ignore the shit out of them baseboards.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think almost fucking everybody is going to ignore them baseboards. Yeah, except for you, maybe. Yeah. Here's the thing.
Right.
Those baseboards are you.
I never knew about baseboard until we moved into my aunt's house, and she goes, "Y'all didn't really keep the baseboards very clean." I said, "Who the fuck does?"
Yeah.
Look at them baseboards. It's an older generation thing. Like, we suck as a younger generation.
Yeah.
Overall.
Well, here's the thing about those older generation. Fucking baseboards, get over them.
You look in closets, though, stuff, like, my wife's one of them. Sometimes I'll be making up lies. Hey, Luke and Kara's coming up here, too. oh shit, our house is a wreck.
Yeah.
So boom, everything's going to go in the closet. Everything's under the bed.
Yeah, 159. They just called. They ain't coming.
Yeah, our house be looking clean though. Do you get flowers more often? He's never bought me any.
Not a one.
Who's the first to admit when they're wrong? He always apologizes. Who cries more? I think we have both cried at each other a couple times. I don't know about that.
I wouldn't. I bet he has.
He's more of a crier than I am. I'm not a crier. Who sings better?
I guarantee he took it.
You ever see me on the karaoke mic, kid? Hogs the remote. He's a lifetime guy.
Did he write guilty as charged on it?
You got me.
Yeah, got me.
Hogs the remote. He is a lifetime guy as he throws out Elizabethtown.
Yeah.
Spends the most. Hard to say on this one.
What is it?
Spends the most money.
Spends. Okay.
Mackie throws out that FedEx money.
Yeah.
I mean, says the guy who's got a basically brand new Jeep Wrangler and Bronco. You know.
That Bronco's nice. So.
And he's got 37 pairs of Oakleys, for Christ's sakes. You know.
He's got some of them goggles.
Well,
you pay for the square inch, them pretty high.
Yeah. Did you go to the same school? Nope. Where's the farthest you two have ever traveled? It's about to be Fort Worth, Texas.
Bam.
Who drives when you're together? Again, me. Dustin can't drive at all. Brent Duffer said my driving skills had increased dramatically, improved. So, Mackie, you whatever. But
he is a professional, though. Why are y'all going to Fort Worth, Texas?
We're going to see Rockin' Randall, Bo Cephas, the GOAT, Hank Williams Jr. at Billy Bob's.
In Fort Worth?
Mm-hmm.
I bet I've been there.
The world's largest honky tonk. It's on the stockyards of Fort Worth.
Been there. Thought I'd been there. Have you ever been to Fort Worth?
I've never been to Texas. I'm excited. Like, somebody was just talking.
We stopped in Arkansas that night before.
Which is a shithole.
Hey, you know what? Keep fucking driving.
Yeah, Arkansas.
yeah. You know what's going to happen there? CIA's going to come through, drop some cocaine out of an airplane, then there's a kid going to get killed. That's the feeling that you get the whole time. Like, you feel like Bill Clinton's going to come in and just like the death squad's going to come marching behind Hillary with her. Stay out of Arkansas.
Terrible. I worked in Arkansas for a couple of days, and and it made Memphis look like
keep moving.
Yeah, I was like relieved when I got to Memphis. How about that?
Yeah, when coming back through Memphis, thank God. And then
which nobody says.
And then stop and go, have y'all seen that mess? have y'all been over there?
Y'all ever got lost there?
Good Lord.
That's when I called U.S. Sailor that time, and I got lost in Little Rock.
Yeah. I said, look, my doors are locked. I ain't getting out. Just tell me how to get out of here.
I don't give a shit how many more megabytes you got to sell me or how
give
much
me
more
all
storage.
of them. I'm getting out of here.
I'm a white boy heading to Memphis. I don't want to be lost here.
I ain't getting lost in Arkansas.
Well, other than being lost in Little Rock last night for an hour and 45 minutes, how do you like your U.S. Sailor service? When I'm at the Dairy Burger, Hermit Springs, Tennessee,
really
you're top
good.
notch.
It's really good.
But anywhere else in the world, you're drizzling shits.
Yeah. Fort Worth, though, is really cool.
Okay, Fort Worth, back on track. Man, I'm excited.
The Stockyards is a neat place, down there.
So anybody that knows my musical taste, as you guys surely do, how many ever shows we're into it here, I've always wanted to go to Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Cody Jinks is from Fort Worth.
Right.
Jason Eady and Courtney are right down the road from Fort Worth. The Stockyards, I watch the Texas music scene every Saturday morning on DirecTV, which is held in Fort Worth. They go to Chief Records. Jack Ingram's hosting the show from Chief Records most of the time in Fort Worth on the Stockyards.
Here's the thing. Don't be down there in Fort Worth having on your fancy cowboy boots.
No?
There's real cowboys walking around.
So they'll spot me out. They'll sniff me out.
There's real cowboy. You want to feel like somebody's judging you? Be all hat, no cattle walking around Fort Worth, and there's real cowboys walking around in there. They're going to judge the shit out of you.
I'm probably still going to wear my...
They're going to know it.
I don't care, though.
They're going to know.
I'm only there for a short time, not a long time.
They're going to look at you, and they're going to...
So what boots should I wear?
I'd wear just some regular old boots. You know what I mean? You've got cowboy boots that aren't fancy.
How about these, the ones I got on now? They're double H's.
I wouldn't wear them. I'd wear some real cowboy boots.
Well, then it's only the only other option I got is the Caymans.
Okay.
Fuck these guys. They don't know me. I don't care what the Cowboys
They're gonna
in
know
Fort
you.
Worth.
They're going to
I
know.
don't care what Chris Ledoux thinks about me. Want to be Chris Ledoux.
Whatever.
So, Mackie.
They're going to know you're gay.
Steers and queers, Curtis Rich said, I don't reckon you're no steer. My thing is I have always wanted to see Fort Worth. I just think it is a cool area.
It is.
So Mackie,
go down early so that you can go around to the steakhouses and eat.
Yeah, we were going to eat Whataburger at one point just because, listen, we're going to eat a steakhouse. We're going to eat some barbecue. But, look at us. We're going to eat some meals. So we're got multiple meals we can eat.
Like walk around the stockyards for a little while and find you a steakhouse and have a steak at the stockyard.
Okay, we'll do that. So, but Mackie sends me a picture of Hank Jr. 40th anniversary of Billy Bob. I was like, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, but dang, that's a little bit of. So long story short, we had to look it up. Flights are cheap. Rental car was cheap. Hotels are cheap right now because of COVID still.
Right.
So then,
why aren't you just driving? It's not that far.
Well, we're just trying to make a weekend trip out of it, pretty much.
Yeah.
Without driving. I understand what you're saying. We're driving. We're
flying down, get a car, and driving around.
Yeah, we've already got that reserved and stuff.
Flying into Dallas, I guess.
Well,
Dulles.
The Fort Worth wouldn't fly in from southwest,
Southwest
so
don't
we had
fly
to
to
go to
Dulles.
Love Field, which is about an hour from Fort Worth.
Yeah.
But we're going to do a tour, we think, of the Cowboy Stadium also while we're down there.
Which is in Love Field, isn't it?
It's
or beside it, close to Love Field.
It's 30 minutes from Love Field, so it's about halfway to Fort Worth.
Uh-huh.
A little bit off the interstate from where we need to be, but total, all in all, it's like 30 minutes from Love Field to Arlington, where the Cowboy Stadium's at, and 30 minutes from there to Fort Worth.
Yeah.
So not terrible.
No.
And our flight is early that morning, like early. So we were going to have like 12 hours before the concert. The concert's not until like 10 that night.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to get to see quite a
Well,
bit.
you probably.
Hopefully.
That's probably, it starts that late to get all the tourists out of the stockyards.
So what's crazy about Billy Bob's, I've done some research on tickets.
Uh-huh.
You can get a general admission ticket, but that doesn't guarantee you a spot
Right.
in the venue, which is nuts to me. Because anytime you buy a general admission ticket, they've sold how many people they can fit in their general admission area.
Uh-huh.
I just happened to read some reviews like, we got stuck, not getting to go to the concert. I'm not going to Fort Worth and like watching some line dancing competitions or bull riding upstairs.
Right.
Like I'm going to see the greatest of all time, Hank Williams Jr.
You go on the 12th and see Aaron Lewis play.
I wouldn't go to Aaron. No disrespect to Aaron Lewis, but
If he was in Nashville, I wouldn't go.
if he was in Lafayette, it'd be questionable.
Right.
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 I'd go to Doe Creek and see him. 12 Degrees Tavern, I'd go see him. But I don't know about
Who's Cole Wetzel?
I don't know, man. I do know.
I would say I've heard that name.
He's an acquired taste, man. I'm not
What about the Steelwoods?
I like the Steelwoods.
I thought they were pretty good. I see them. I hear them when you're around, but I don't ever look into it anymore. Steel Betty.
Cole Wetzel's the one I give Davo a hard time. Davo loves him. He'll listen to 12 Degree Tavern. He's like, we don't hear DK. I was like, anything but Cole Wetzel. He's just out there, man. Like, you find him on social media, and he's a different kind of dude.
There's Easton Corbin coming down there. I heard Easton Corbin at a concert one time. He opened for somebody that we went and saw, and he has a song that went. Easton Corbin has a song that went super popular in Europe because somebody took it and remixed it and made it a like something you'd hear in Germany, like real electronic. Samantha Fish, looky there.
So yeah, we're excited. We're excited. Like I said, quick trip. Yeah,
it'll be fun. It's a real good time. I like Fort Worth.
I can't wait. So I'm ready to eat the barbecue. Maybe eat a steak now that you're saying that.
Yeah,
yeah. It's a good time. It's going to be a good time. A little feedback from Brandon Howell on our. It's a little disappointing our listeners. Either people don't listen to us anymore, or just not playing our games, our reindeer games. But when we said, tell us some things that bothers you that we say. Remember we said that back prior to the Ward episode?
No, here's the thing. We don't aggravate people anymore. There's nothing that we say that aggravates people.
Well, and that's the main thing. We're just so good at our jobs.
We're keyed in.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
We're great. So other than Brandon Howe, who said, can you please stop saying trash bag degenerate, bottom of the barrel? Then I said, oh, you mean trash bag, bottom of the barrel, trash bag, degenerate skank.
Yeah.
From Helen's Restaurant. I don't even know what community. Were you in the Center Grove community, Brandon Howe? Bottom of the barrel trash bag skank from Center Grove, Tennessee. I'm gonna keep saying that.
Right.
I feel at peace.
Here's the thing: they probably understood is that at this point, if they're in the vernacular, they're just in it.
It's it. He know. He's like,
he knew it.
He said, "Man, Dustin Luke is really good at this podcast deal, but." If they're asking me to participate, and I might as well. I'm a loyal listener, so I'm going to dig at something. Right. He says anything.com. Because, I get on them .com kicks.
Oh, okay.
So he said anything.com. I looked up that website. It's not accurate. And he said, I don't know. So saying social instead of social media. He was just he was reaching for straws at that point, which just confirms to me we're very good at this podcast.
That's probably the best.
Thank you for just throwing validation our way.
He was just reaffirming how good we were.
Hank
Williams Jr., by the way, is April. It's in April. Did you say that?
Yeah, well, I didn't because I wasn't trying to put it what weekend.
I didn't say anything else other than April. After I started talking, I went, he may not want to tell everybody.
I want you to look up a story.
Let's look at
from barstoolsports.com, and you may just Google this. Type in Barstool Sports, then say woman gives blowjob.
I use this computer for other things,
So
let's see. Is it? You think that's it?
No, it's
No, that's life advice. After gives was life advice.
Gives robber.
Oh.
So okay, where we're going with this story is from Barstool Sports, who have excellent content. That might be a funny one up top. I don't know. So I don't know what that story is. I just defends husband accuser. No.
I just don't want to type it in.
So here on my phone. Wait, Google.
Here's what I'm going to tell you about Barstool Sports. They're raising a lot of money. They're raising a lot of money for small businesses.
Yeah, they're doing a great job.
There you go. A hero. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, a hero. Distracted a gas station robber with the old BJ until cops came to arrest him. He couldn't stop. She was distracting him until the cops came, is what it says. The Daily Star.
If you women think that you don't have the power of the world resting in between certain areas of your...
Just all over your body. The 24-year-old man reportedly tried to steal from the gas station on Tuesday night and threatened to kill staff. Slovakian local news reported. The alleged thief then moved to the office where he attempted to get the money from the safe, but then the second colleague also escaped. Local media reports an unknown woman came inside within a few seconds and began to satisfy him orally until police arrived, who then detained the suspect. Man, what kind? That said, this 36-year-old Czech lady is the hero.
They found the couple in the office half naked and lying on the floor, and the woman said something along the lines of, I don't take him anymore. I don't take him anymore. It's not known why the woman, believed to be 36 and of Czech nationality, decided to stop the alleged robber with an unusual method.
Yeah. I do know why.
To go on
She's crazy. She's a crazy person. Both Slovakian and Czech governments need to offer this hero the top award given. You don't just sacrifice a BJ for no reason. I'm talking money reward, keys to the city, the whole bag. Look at that line, though. I don't take him anymore. Yeah, you're right, you don't. You did your part. Hopefully, there were some teeth involved and he didn't get to the end.
Yeah. Hold on, just go back. This type of person, I want in a foxhole with me. I'm in a gas station and this is about to go down. I'm likely to hightail it out of there. And I'm flying out of here and trying to get to safety. I'm a pussy. I need someone like this to take control of the situation. I need her to calm down and tell me she's taking care of it.
Yeah. Here's the thing. That's a crazy person. She's a crazy person. For that to be the thing that pops into her head,
well,
she's a crazy person. But you know what else she is? Hero.
She's a hero.
She's a hero.
Likely not married, best I can tell.
Be the hardest thing in the world to explain to your husband. What'd you do today? Well, I stopped a robbery. Really? Are you okay? Oh, fine. I'm absolutely fine. How'd you do it? I hit the knees. Showed him what that mouth do.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
And then just this complete opposite spectrum of men and women. That just shows you, again, that women have all the power with them. They're carrying it with them. When you say, I know you got it on you, that's where it comes from.
She really does, yeah.
And that just shows you how utterly and pathetically weak us men are.
Well, here's the first thing popped in my head. Just give him all the money. He wants the money, he can have it. You know what it is? Insured. All that stuff's insured.
I'm going to live to see another day. I'm going to let this guy get out of here.
It's not that big of a deal.
But this girl's like, you might got a ponytail holder. Hold on a second. Let me get this.
Whenever she starts pulling the hair back, something's going down.
It's about to go down. And so you got the ponytail holder. She goes.
How did she, here's the thing. Somebody's in where's his headspace at? Because he's, you're in a rush. You're in there. You're thinking, I'm about to I'm about to rob this place. Your heart rate's up. You've got one thing on your mind: going in, getting the money, getting out, not getting arrested. How did she get across to him that no, I've got something that you're going to like more than that, and I need you to come back here to the office?
Yeah.
And he goes, all right.
Yeah. At what point? I mean, that's just how pathetic us men are.
Yeah.
You got all the money in the world. You know how many escorts you can buy with the money he was about to steal?
Yeah. He could have, in Czechoslovakia.
Oh, dime a dozen, son.
He's going to steal probably, $1,200 maybe? He'd had 1,200 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he'd have waited a couple hours, he'd have had it. Could have had one. And got to finish.
But it's not every day.
No, it's not every day that some crazy person comes up to you and says, I'm going to do this to you right now for free.
No, I'm 37 years old. I've never been in a gas station ever. And somebody come up, you know what?
Here it is.
Is that your white truck out there? I'm gonna walk you out there.
Was you thinking about robbing this place? Come back here to this office. I got something I want to show you. Never happened to me once.
So good for her, you know?
Well, good for him.
Good for him.
He walked into a gas station. There happened to be, you've heard right place, right time. Never once. He was in the right place, right time.
Let's read the comments here. I got to read the comments. The comments are always the best. If I know my Czech films like I think I know my Czech films, there's going to be 15 different angles on the security tapes of this heroic act. Some close-ups, some weird angles, maybe from under the desk. Who knows? But it's all usable and porn of law.
Yeah. Next one says, from Human Resources, it's not known why the woman believed to be 36 and of Czech nationality decided to stop the alleged robber with an unusual method. He goes on to say, if the hub has taught me anything, the answer lies within the question. She's of Czech nationality.
So Lucas knows they're crazy.
Yeah.
Hit the more comments there. Let's see if we got any good ones. Those two kind of.
Not all heroes wear capes. That's a good way to use that one.
I've seen enough Eastern European public movies to know this has to be staged.
Oh, yeah. Booking my next vacation to the Czech Republic as we speak, says Crunched.
Would highly recommend it. The people are so friendly. Prague is a lot of fun. And there's fun. Oh, that's a real.
Somebody put a reel in it. Even if you skip the bars, clubs, and casinos, the history of walking around the city is super enjoyable. And if you rob a gas station, you get a...
Yeah, well, let's definitely take this thing real serious there. Unibong Park.
Right here, get Feidelberg a cape and some knee pads. That's right.
Thank goodness my wife wasn't there. Robert would have gotten away in a second. There you go. Bend over, 69, 69, 69.
Sounds like an interview. I don't know that one. Yeah. Oh, I guarantee you that.
Well, she might have been a beauty.
A beauty about like that one up there.
All right. Well, that's an entertaining story. I thought was pretty good there that we found on the old internet there.
Last one, 7 Costanza says that's putting your mouth where your money is.
Well, hey, there you go.
It is.
There you go, man.
Distracted hero.
I think so. Let's talk about something fun.
Yeah,
104.5 morning show. Jason Martin and Ramon Foster. You can listen to those guys every morning at 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. They're somewhat new. They replaced a lot of legendary names on the zone in the last year. So first and foremost, we this is not our game.
We're stealing this from somebody.
We're stealing this from J. Martin Ramon on 104.5 The Zone. But we just want to get your guys' take on it and give our take on it as well. So what they did was run a poll Monday through Thursday of 4 guys. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
And then on Friday, they came together for the winner. So we'll do it ourselves here. So Lucas, first bracket here is the bourbon guy.
Yes.
MMA guy.
Yeah, right. I saw that guy. I saw him the other night.
Loud muffler guy.
Oof.
And slam weights at gym guy.
Oof.
So let's go down these individuals.
Is that the only ones that's going to be on there?
That's the Monday one.
Okay.
So there's
is loud speakers guy on there?
Mm-mm.
Hey, loud speakers guy drove past my mom and dad's house the other night. 20 years late to the game.
Yeah.
He drove through, and I instantly thought, "Am I 16 right now? Does that just happen?"
So is that a thing again? Like, are people doing speakers again?
I've heard it. It's got to be the same guy. There's no way that more than one person's doing this right now. But he passed Mom and Dad's house the other night, and I've heard him pass my house since then.
Did Jeremy Hammer move home?
Is that what happened? Does Casey Hagan get his white slammed Nissan again? Is that what's going on? I just don't get it.
Well, I walked past. It's so.
Last time anybody thought that was cool, I was doing it, and I still have all that shit, and it's stuck out in the garage, hiding under like piles and piles of dirt and dirt dauber's nest and everything. It's all ruined. You know what? That's where it deserves to be. Who does that?
Yeah. No, I agree. I never did in the first place because I just wasn't cool enough. I didn't have vehicles nice enough to justify it, really.
Or you really didn't have the desire to be doing it either, did you?
I didn't. No, I didn't. But so yeah, I walked past a teenager's car in the parking lot of a basketball game the other day, and they were like bumping some rap music. I was like, oh, but
is that a thing?
It wasn't like full like boom, boom, but it was like loud.
Yeah. See, mine it wasn't comfortable being in a car. It's not good.
Yeah.
Brad Crackhead told me one time he was going to put Treble King across the front of his truck or his vehicle that he was driving at one time. Now I look back and think that's where we should have been.
Yeah.
Should have been just listening to the damn thing.
So Bourbon Guy.
I've never met Bourbon Guy. Is the thing. I know him. I see him in the movies.
Yeah.
I hear him from time to time. He's like the wine guy, but only he's a little bit more manly, a little bit more hipster. He wants to be manly, but he ain't.
Yeah, I actually don't know.
I don't know a bourbon guy.
I got to just call it whiskey.
Right.
A lot of people use the term bourbon.
Here's the thing. If you know why one's whiskey and one's bourbon, you're the bourbon guy.
I guess so, right?
You're right.
Because I don't necessarily know the difference between whiskey and bourbon. I've Googled it and I've seen the difference.
I've had people tell me, and I've probably looked it up. Couldn't tell you what it is right now.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't mind if someone's bourbon guy as much as I would these other three.
That's fine.
MMA guy.
He's the guy, though, right? He's a little too much, and he's a little edgy, and you really don't trust him. You know what I mean?
He's your typical guy that we've beat up on this show 100 times.
Oh yeah,
he's got the tap out, he's got the affliction, he's got the American Fighter shirts.
Yeah, they're a little too tight.
He's wearing the jeans.
He's a little edgy. He's
hair spiked, probably
gritting his teeth a little bit all the time. Whether he is or not about to punch you in the mouth, you never know. You just don't know.
So, but basically, he knows your knowledge of UFC generally.
Oh, he knows exactly how much.
He knows when the next pay-per-view is. He knows what happened on the pay-per-view in May of 2018. But it's combined with the gear. Like, he wears the gear.
Yeah.
I think you can be MMA guy to a certain extent.
You can be. But that MMA guy, that's hard. You always think a little bit because he's always been training, He still got on the board shorts that say tap out down the side. He's wearing the Ultimate Fighter shirt.
So I ran into this guy this week. We had a guy work for us last year at my company.
Yeah.
And he was wanting to be a fighter. And this guy, he was 23 when he worked for us. He's 24 now.
Right.
Nice enough kid. Right?
Nice enough.
I don't want to disparage this kid on here.
Right.
But you would walk out to our warehouse and he would be shadow boxing. He would be kicking.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, what's he doing over there?
He's throwing teep kicks at support columns. He's punching around the box.
He also had the board shorts.
Always
with
always board shorts.
Looked like he robbed Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And so I ran into him at the gym this week.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, man, what's up?
Yeah.
He goes, training for my next fight. I'm trying to get in he's like, I was wanting to be a UFC champion by the time I was 25, and I'm 24. So now I'm just settling. Or he's like, right now I'm trying.
Just trying to get in.
I'm trying to get in. I'm training for the bare knuckle championships. I said, where is that? He goes, it's local. But they do it like in Missouri, Mississippi.
Yeah.
The fights are there. That's what I'm doing. And he's soft right now.
Yeah.
Just, he's trying to get himself back in shape.
Yeah.
Now, he looked about what I remember him looking at last year. But he's in there, and I said, what are you doing in the gym? He said, bro, I'm here like 6 hours a day. He said, I don't have a job right now. I'm in here 6 hours a day.
Guarantee it.
So he saunas it up, and he goes trains in the room. Then he
lifts
comes
the
back
weights.
Then he comes back, saunas some more.
Uh-huh.
So he's just really trying to break into the bare knuckle championship right now.
Shoof.
So
that just seems like such a hard way to go. You know what I mean?
So then you have a loud muffler guy.
Is it?
He's your Fast and Furious type guy.
He's got the car that's not. He's got the V6. It's not got the V8 generally. He's got the V6.
But he's got that program.
He's got no cat. Program the cats out. It's a straight pipe, straight off that 6-cylinder. Got a programmer in it. Probably a turbo with a wastegate that's so high that it'll split your eardrums.
I know. I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Yeah.
But it's like, but you always know when he's coming.
Oh, guarantee you.
And whether it pisses you off or you laugh at him, you have a reaction to loud muffler guy.
Uh-huh.
Whether he comes by and you're like, oh, and you laugh and you call him the pissed off bumblebee, but that dude can ruin your day also. Like if you're having a bad day and you've had a long day, and pissed off muffler guy gets up beside you, behind you, and he passes you. It's enough to piss you off. He can ruin your day.
You know what I think is. Who I think is dumb as loud muffler guy is the rolling black smoke diesel guy. The one who wants to get up beside of somebody.
They're comparable, right?
Very comparable. Wants to get up beside of somebody that's got their window down at a stop sign just so that they can blow a shitload of black diesel smoke into somebody's car. They're both fucking idiots. Yeah. You know what I mean? End of the day, those are the same guy.
The box you're checking,
it's the same one.
Is idiot.
Yeah. Did you make smart decisions today? I did some stuff that would be considered dipshit is the dipshit's the box you check. Bit of a dipshit.
Yeah, I think muffler guy is the predecessor to diesel guy.
Oh, it is.
Muffler guy was a '90s thing.
Diesels didn't come through until mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Prior to that, it was you were muffler guy. Muffler guy slid into diesel smoke guy.
Muffler guy is the uncle to diesel guys.
That's exactly right. Here's the thing. I'm not even talking about just diesel guys. I'm talking about that guy that wants to blow black smoke into other people's windows or all over the top of other people's vehicles. That one particular guy that's got his fuel turned up so high that he can't leave the goddamn red light without blowing smoke all over the person beside him.
No, he can't.
He can't do it.
No.
And the reason
he can't stand it.
You know why he turned that diesel up so high? So he can blow black, so he can roll coal, buddy. He wants to blow coal at them stoplights.
Well,
you got to show them. You got to let them know.
At the end of the day, if girls weren't so idiotic and didn't be like, there is a term. I've never said it, but diesel whores are a thing.
Here's the thing. Yeah.
Does he drive a Cummins or a?
Yeah. Is he in that Duramax? Woo! If the girls would stand at the stoplight and go, "You're drying me up." What happened right there locked me down. I am. It's a desert over here.
But instead, they're throwing their Victoria's Secret thongs in the floorboard. Say, come get this.
Yeah.
I want that power stroke in my life.
Oh, I got to have that diesel, buddy.
That's why. Girls, as always.
Y'all are the problem.
You're the problem.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day.
If there wasn't, if there wasn't a few girls out there that thought that meant something, then those idiots would just drive a regular vehicle.
Poor old diesel guys just got lumped in with loud muffler guy.
Yeah. Not all diesel guys, but that one that's got your fuel turned up so much that you're blowing black smoke all over the place. Yeah. You did.
And finally, of this competition, slam weights at gym guy.
They're just what are you doing? You're gonna deadlift 500 pounds, and you can't really. You're over there. This is your first get, and I get it. I've done it. It makes it. I mean, just you think you're tougher than hell. And everybody's gonna know it. I'm tougher than hell, and everybody's gonna know it. And you pick up 500 pounds, you've ruined your back because it didn't come up. It didn't come up good because if you can lift it, you didn't have to clang it.
When I see that, I just want to be like, congrats on the hemorrhoids.
Yeah. I know what happened. You know what happened. Right now, you got to go home because, you shook all the way up through there. You hitched it. You just couldn't quit hitching it. You got it to the top, and your back was still bent over. Your arm was about to come out. Your face was red. You was about to pass out. And then you had to drop the weights. You know why? Because you really couldn't lift it. Because if you could lift it, you could put it back down. Bam!
Nobody wants to hear that shit.
You know what's real bad? Dropping the weights. Why are you dropping them? You take the dumbbells. You take the dumbbells over and you can lift them up, but you can't fucking sit back up with them. You can't sit back up.
By the way, cover your nipples up. No one wants to see your shirt
Put them up.
Cut so every.
Yeah, I get it. It's hot in there. You're sweating. You want to show off. You've made a little bit of progress. You want to show off the arms. Put your tits up, though.
Put your tits up.
Put your tits up. You know what the thing is? Girls, cover up. Girls can cover up, too, when they come in there. You know why they can cover up? Because I've got shit to do, and you're distracting the other guys. The other guys are sitting on they're sitting on the piece of equipment that needs to be used by somebody else, and they can't get their set done because you come in tits and ass out. Put it up, cover it up. Everybody just cover up, go in and work out.
If you're hot enough, we're going to know that you're hot enough without tits and ass being out everywhere.
You know, if you're trying to work that damn hard to show everybody, then maybe you're not that. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's not you.
But then again, if she's trying so hard to get people to look at her, she may be the reason old boy's over here dropping weights.
Could be.
She may be the reason. Again, it leads to a woman.
I know what the problem is. It's woman's.
Yeah, it's woman's. So who's the winner? Bourbon guy's out.
Who are we throwing out? I mean, what are we doing? Who's the worst?
Who's the worst? Like who's the worst? Like if you're somewhere, I don't think it's not bourbon guy.
I have the most hate for the ones that are closest to my heart. That define me the most. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you're more exposed to.
The more exposed to. Not just that, the ones that I've been. I hate the most. Yeah. I've never been bourbon guy. I don't give a shit about liquor.
Okay.
You know, I've had loud speakers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been that guy. I had a Mustang that was really loud. You know, I've been that guy. I've clanged and banged weights before. I've been that guy. They all happened when I was kids. You know, I was a kid. I done all that stuff. I hate that guy. I hate that guy I was 15 years ago. But, you know, he was there. He was there. Which part do I hate the most? Probably the speaker guy. He wasn't even on there.
Well, you've morphed it into speaker guy because of your personal
my hatred for it.
Loud muffler guy.
Loud muffler guys who I'm trying to get.
But I think that's the winner because by mentioning loud muffler, it morphed into loudspeaker guy, which
is rolling coal guy. It's the same guy. I think it's all the same guy.
I automatically eliminated MMA guy, even though despite the jokes I've told about affliction shirts on here, that's still a passion that I can get with. Like if you're with MMA, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's no different really than my love of pro wrestling other than pro wrestling's real. So right. And MMA's not. Yeah. So we're going to eliminate the MMA. Slam weights, gym guy, everybody knows you're a douchebag.
Everybody knows it. You're not getting away with anything, whether you think you are.
But it don't take a life of its own like the muffler guy does.
Yeah.
Here's
the thing. You clang those weights once, everybody in the gym looks at you, and it's over.
It's over.
You know.
This is morphed. This is what
it become a lot. I hate that guy. I was that guy. All of that guy that I said, except for the rolling coal. I was all that.
What do they call it on TV shows when it morphs into another, like Breaking Bad had Better Call Saul spinoff, right? Yeah. That's what I was trying to say. Spinoff. Loud muffler guy has spinoffs of loudspeaker guy and black smoke guy.
Black smoke.
You're the winner, loud muffler guy.
You won. You suck the most.
And that also won it on the zone.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, there you go.
And we're going to have more time. I'd like to cut out that segment we did before this. It don't even.
Okay.
Let's just cut the whole segment.
Okay.
Because it don't make a shit to what we're going with today. You know.
Right.
I'm sorry for wasting our time talking about that.
That's all right.
But it don't even matter.
All right.
So this show will be
short.
Keep
going.
Yep. So the next one would be, and I don't really have this is a pretty well, this is a runaway one. I think this would be a runaway.
Okay.
Golf handicap guy.
Okay.
You and I neither golf enough to know how annoying golf handicap is.
I would say I know what that means, but I don't
have a passion for it.
Yeah, I've not been around that guy much.
Boat and lake guy.
Okay.
Talking about bragging on their boats. We all have seen that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball bracket guy, whichever means every March.
Oh yeah.
You know. Oh man, dude, I was rooting for Valparaiso, man. Mm-hmm. God, I had Valpo on that one.
32. Oh, that was my 64. Oh, you know what's worse? Somebody that does it at 64 or 128. How far out is it?
I don't even acknowledge 128 guy.
Yeah, he's awful.
Because there's only 64 in the tournament.
Yeah. I mean,
there's only 64 in the tournament. So I don't even know what 128. I never even knew that guy.
He's there. He's out there though. He's out there.
So 64. Oh man, I had 28 of the 32.
Close.
But you know he keeps.
Who's the other ones though?
Vape guy.
Oh yeah.
I think there's not even.
Here's the thing.
You know.
Here's the thing. I'm not exposed to any of the other ones enough to know. To know. Here's the thing about that other guy, that vape guy. You know, how much smoke do you need? How much do you need? You know, there's guys out there that's got these supercharged robot dildos that they're shoving into their mouth, and they're just like, they're taking draws like you've never seen before. They've got to be doing like lung exercises to get this type of stuff. My little boy asked me the other day, he said, Daddy, is that car on fire? This motherfucker had... And just, I mean, you couldn't see him in the car. Camden goes, is his car on fire? I said, as far as we know, it is. And I'm not doing anything about it. But
you didn't tell you.
I didn't tell him what
you didn't tell him he was sucking on a robot dildo.
That's not what I told him. You know,
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, this.
If you can't learn about a robot dildo with smoke coming out at 4, when can you learn about it? Really?
When are you going to? When are you going to?
How old is Cam?
4.
He's 4. It's perfect enough time to find out about robot dildo blowing smoke.
Yeah, you know, that's the idiot that wins.
That's not even close.
Yeah,
that's a terrible bracket. But on
that was an absolutely terrible bracket.
That's a runaway.
That's a runaway. You know, and I'm not opposed to any of those people that are, you know, going and buying the regular ones, the regular vape pens or whatever. If you want to get off if you don't want to smoke a cigarette, fine. If you want to do that, fine, whatever. It's that guy that's got that water bottle sized one that wants to show you the tricks that he can do with it, because he's got so much smoke that he can do tricks with it. He's gonna swirl the smoke on the table and like push it across through you and blow like smoke rings with it, like he's been smoking a cigar. And then but he's got to get the perfect draw first, you know, because you got to work up to it. And then just filling the whole room with what he thinks isn't obnoxious, that, you know, fruity tooty, you know, rusty rooty smell that he's got inside of his thing there. That, you know, that's not gonna bother anybody. It smells good. No, it don't. It smells like shit. You know, you're blowing your breath and that rainbow shit out into the middle of everything, and then you got to get
strawberry.
Extra. Yeah,
strawberry pineapple.
Oh, I hate it.
Strawberry pineapple.
I cannot stand walking around a corner and walking into a face full of vape steam or smoke or whatever the hell it is. I cannot stand walking around the corner. You come around the building or the corner at a gas station, and somebody that works at the gas station, it's, you know, he's 112 pounds, he's 6'9", you know, that guy, and he's just out there just, I mean, and you can hear that that sound, and then he just like dumps it all out into the sidewalk, and you got to walk through it face first. That makes me so irritating.
It's like parties in the early 2000s when, you know, a joint and a bong couldn't have been good enough. This man had to bring a eight person octopus bong.
Yeah, and then while he was there, like sucking on the hookah, he's like, you know, if I had a potato, man, then I could drill a hole through the potato, and I'd shove this over here, and then I'd pack that full, and then I'd get a straw, and we can all suck it through the eyes of the potato, man.
It's assuming that there was no apples to be had first.
That's right.
I bet it's just smoke a joint.
You know what the thing is? Smoke a cigarette.
But you know, most of these people are putting weed in the vapes now. It's not just.
Oh well.
It is not just pineapple, strawberry, banana. Vape
I'm of the opinion that if you're going to smoke a cigarette. If you're going to smoke a joint, smoke a joint.
You know, golf handicap, boat lake guy, basketball brag guy, they're all 16 seeds. And against, I mean, vape guy was.
Yeah, he's a number one.
He was number one.
He's number one overall. Yeah. You know the thing about boat guy is, I'm all about boat guy getting excited for his boat, and if he can keep that up, whatever it takes for him to keep that up, because a boat is a lot like a motorcycle. They're really cool. The idea of one's really good, but I mean, after one season, it's real hard to get excited about it again next season. So if you're the guy that can stay excited about it, I'm all for you.
Good for you.
Good for you.
So next one, visor guy.
Yeah, he's a golf guy too.
Generally.
Yeah.
Generally. East Nashville guy.
Okay, I'm not familiar enough to know.
And I guess that's just like the hipster kind of deal. Jeep guy.
Mm-hmm.
And again, your one seed, spit cup bottle guy.
Yeah. Here's my favorite. I was in Walmart, and the guy and I'm assuming was wife. The reason I assume wife is because they were pushing their child.
Yeah.
in the cart. We're sharing a spit bottle. She was sharing a spit bottle with him.
Oh wow!
In his back pocket.
I remember when I was in Tompkinsville the first time.
Yeah, here's the thing. I was in Lafayette, and there you go. Now who else was?
Well, listen, visor guy.
I
own a visor. You've made fun of my visor.
What's wrong with the rest of the hat? Is your head so hot?
It's just summertime. It's just summertime. Sometimes you just get maybe you want top of your head to tan. I'm not a big visor guy. I own 2 visors. I own a Titans one and a camouflage coast.
What is the deciding factor on whether or not you're going to put on a hat or a visor? Is what I know.
Look, I don't know. Okay, I own one. Maybe I shouldn't.
Well, I mean,
turn up on.
Here's the thing. Maybe you should. Maybe I just don't get it.
I don't know. East Nashville guy. We're not hipster. We're not there.
Yeah,
Jeep guy. I'm not. Jeep guy doesn't bother me until there's 30 of them.
There's 2. Oh yeah. Being the Jeep guy, that's fine. When all of you get together,
do we really need that?
Yeah.
Do we need that? I don't know if we do or not. I'm not in the Jeep club. I don't know that we do or don't need that.
I was the 4-wheeler guy for a long time, the ATV guy. So I know what they talk about. And like me and my friends, like whenever we would do that, I know what we would do. Like we'd be sitting around clucking to each other, It'd be a very subdued cluck, bark, 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 and then a new one would come over and we'd all bark, 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 go over there, away from this one to the other one. So, that's kind of what the Jeeps are like. You hear a bunch of guys that are clucking around this Jeep, and then they just cluck real loud over to the other Jeep for a minute.
It's like when you're riding 4-wheelers, you're riding trails. Like essentially, what are you riding to? You're just
going.
You're just riding long stretches of highway and stopping at a Mapco.
Yeah,
or maybe stopping.
That's
at
what the
state
Jeep guys
park
are doing,
somewhere. Right? The guy with the 6-inch lift, he knows the guy with the 2.5-inch lift ain't shit.
He's a road warrior.
They're looking at him like, really?
Yeah. But that guy's going, I'm going to show him what I got.
And there's always somebody comes in their stock on the first trip, not knowing what he's about to
get
into.
They don't know.
Because he's bought a Jeep,
They say, you put Dana's on that thing yet? And he's like,
Hey, then what about this? We know it should be Jeep Wrangler. What do they really think about the Compass guy?
Did you bring Compass into the Wrangler crew? You ain't from around here, boy.
Oh my God! Did you see? Oh, what about Grand Cherokees? He got his got a Grand Cherokee.
He don't have 4 inches of lift on it. I'm not opposed to them. I did it with 4-wheelers. It just was a different vehicle.
When the Compasses show up, do they give them wrong directions on the second stop?
Guaranteed.
They lose those guys, don't they?
When somebody showed up in a 1988, Polaris Scrambler, I told them we're going up that hill. I let them get going, and I went over that hill. I went the other way.
Yeah. I mean, how much can you really talk about lift kits and light bars?
You got to get,
because where do you go after that? Really,
you've got to get to lift kits and light bars, but you got to talk about steel, alloy versus steel wheels. Then you got to get into tires because you don't bring that junk Chinese shit rubber around here. You got to get some real rubber, if you know what I mean. And then after that, if you don't get into springs and shocks, and if you don't get into skid plates and the size of your differentials, and whether or not did you put a locker or did you put a
what kind of winch? What kind of winch you got on that thing? Is it 7,000?
About winches yet, honey? No. You've been talking about winches yet.
We ain't even made it that far.
We ain't even made it that far. What kind of bumpers you got? That's what I want to know.
Hell, I thought Spit Cup guy won, but I got Jeep guy. You making it? Jeep guy 1-on-1. I see him at Walmart. It's a good-looking Jeep, by God. But no. 30
Spit Cup guy walked up and said, honey, we better get the fuck out of here. I don't know about this. He said, there's 30 of them. There's 30. They got lights in the wheel wells. Goddamn.
That's like the Hell's Angels, by God, on bigger tires,
My God.
Damn. But now Spit Cup guy, spit cup bottle guy. We've all seen the guy.
Well, the thing about him is it's always too full. It's one of these. It's one of these. It's, a quarter inch away from the top. You jump up in the truck, don't hit my spit cup. It's in the seat. Now you got to get out and go find some napkins.
Then the worst is when you got a half a bottle of Dr. Pepper left, and the creepy son of a bitch just stares at your bottle and says, "Yes, can I help you?"
Yeah, about done with that. No, I ain't, man. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Dr. Pepper.
I don't feel like I need to chug the rest of my Dr. Pepper, so you're asking to have it. Is it that dire of a need? And
do you need it right now?
And then, but the guy that comes into a ball game, or like you say in Walmart, it is the need for a dip, so you can look like a.
Well, how big a one you need? Yeah, and how big a one you need?
Can you not do the 30-minute trip into Walmart without your dip?
Right.
We got to see the damn Aquafina bottle hanging out your back pocket.
Stick in your back pocket. Yep.
It's bad enough you got your skull ring mark, but you got the bottle hanging out because god dang, I can't go get groceries and.
Well, it's a stressful situation. You got to take it with you.
Lord.
You got to.
He's the guy that walks into Walmart and says, "I hate this fucking place.
I fucking hate having to come
I
here.
can't stand coming to Walmart." That's why he's got a deal.
Yeah.
Just to keep from just not jarring somebody in there.
Here's the thing. I think Jeep Guy just won.
Well,
I think Jeep Guy won.
Yeah. You know what? I would have voted for Spit Cup Guy just because we've been around Spit Cup Guy.
Yeah.
And we've seen how ridiculous it looks carrying a water bottle around with you
all the time.
Do this. I'm not going to not let Jeep Guy win after what you just did, though. Jeep Guy you sold me on Jeep Guy.
I got him. Yeah, I got him.
Oh, last one of the bracket of the four. Coffee Nerd.
Yeah.
Craft Beer Guy. CrossFit Guy. And Fantasy Sports Guy. Ooh.
I don't know.
It's two for me.
It's got to be between Fantasy Sports Guy
and CrossFit Guy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Coffee nerd.
Yeah.
You're a coffee drinker, but
I drink coffee. That craft beer thing. It's
a thing for people.
It's a thing for people.
Our friend Don jokingly says he's a beer snob because he's a craft beer drinker. The Fraley family, big craft beer. There's breweries. I think it could be a cool scene.
It could be.
It can, if you're a craft beer drinker, you can go see different breweries. You can see, how it's
here's
made.
The thing about the craft beer is you can enjoy. Some people can enjoy a craft beer without telling you the things about it that they enjoy. Not all the time, but a lot of times, I could, for instance, be in the mountains with somebody that's a craft beer guy, and we could go to a place that had craft beer, and I may not ever know that person was a craft beer guy, other than they looked at the beer menu a little bit longer than what I would have thought that they would have, to pick theirs. And then they asked the bartender, "Is this an IPA or what is it?" Other than that, they might not ever say another thing about it.
Right.
That CrossFit guy is going to tell you he's a CrossFit guy before you get to done with your beer. You know what I mean?
CrossFit guy's bad.
He's bad. He smells a little bit too sometimes. He's always just trained.
I read this to a guy I work with named Blake. He goes, "Well, they're going to tell you about their WOD." What do you mean? I said, he's like, "Oh, it's workout of the day."
Oh, they're going to tell you. They always just trained. That's the thing. Is it 6 a.m? They just trained. Is it 6 p.m? They just trained. They're a little sweaty. They're still in their gym clothes, and they're telling you about what they did that day.
And 9 times out of 10, if you follow them on social media,
they posted about
their workout. Not only their workout, you're going to see them chest naked.
Oh, I guess.
Chest naked.
Because why are you getting abs and pecs like that?
Well, you don't do all those burpees and planks for nothing.
I ain't getting on that GHD, that gluten ham developer, and not showing everybody that I was on that gluten ham developer. I ain't gonna do it. Well, I sling that sandbag, and I drag that rope, and I battle them fucking ropes. I ain't gonna do all that without telling somebody about it. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna do it.
And Jim CrossFit Guy is just a new version because Gym Guy is bad enough.
Yeah.
I made the mistake one time with a guy who I genuinely liked the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he'd been a little chubby, and he worked his ass off to get big, right? Or to get looking fit. And you walk by and you try to help their confidence, because you and I both know how it is for people to tell you how, we've beat that dead horse. But, hey, man, you gained 20 pounds. Yeah, I see myself naked. Thank you. So I walk by the guy. Hey, man, you're looking good.
Right.
the next 30 minutes that followed was me not ever getting this life back by
Yeah.
him telling me what he was eating, what he was training, what competition he was
thanks.
coming up. This is my third jug of water today, and I'm taking my Tupperware bowls everywhere I go with my meal prep that I made on Sunday. And this is how much chicken I made. And this is how much protein I've taken in. I hadn't had a carb in 2012.
Right.
That guy.
Here's the thing. That guy was bad enough, but at the gym, back whenever we were doing it, that guy was there, but unless you engage him, he doesn't come out. You have to mess up and have engaged him to have to worry about whether or not you're going to have that conversation today. Not the CrossFit guy. But why? The reason being is all of those guys, they used to be one in a group of other people. Now they've all come out of that group and they congregate in one area, and it's just made it into an echo chamber. And the thing is when they're at their place, that other person does want to know all that. That other guy is the guy that wants to know what you're doing. He wants to know every bit of that. He might be writing it down. So now in their mind, every person wants to know.
Are you a military man with a sense of self-entitlement?
Yeah.
Are you a cop who's been bullied? And now
you have your place. Here it is.
Let's all get together.
Here we are.
Yeah.
This is where we come to. We're all in this one spot.
No disrespect to military police. But no. This is your people. Though.
This is them. That's them.
Bring your buzz cut on.
Yeah, bring it in here.
Let's talk about our WOD.
What's your WOD look like? And who else was in that?
Fantasy sports guy.
Fantasy sports guy. See, I can't get into fantasy sports no matter what. I don't care.
It's terrible. Because like the first year we drafted NFL.
I have only ever been to one draft.
And it's terrible.
It was the one that we recorded.
It's terrible.
I hated it.
Yeah, I know.
I hated every minute of it.
Yeah. And you've got to, even the people who love it hate it. And then the worst thing is if you're...
But you have to do it though, right?
Yeah, you do. And if you're watching the game, it's terrible. The first year we ever drafted, we went over to James's house when he was in Cookeville, and James would say, every time a Saints player would catch a ball, was that Colston? Was that Colston? How many yards was that? How many yards was that?
Oof.
And yeah, it's that. And then you get to like...
Can you watch a game at that point when you're doing that? Can you watch a game without doing that?
You can't, because you're so much like, at the end of the season, it comes down to like you have to root for players you don't want to root for. And teams you don't root for because you're looking for situations. Then you find yourself at games sometimes watching the scoreboard above you, seeing what's going on in the Vikings game.
The stat matters on the other one.
You don't care about the Eagles versus the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, you got a receiver for the Eagles that you need him to have 117 yards and at least one touchdown today.
Right.
And the Chargers, you got a running back,
mm-hmm.
and you need to at least have 15 points out of him to win your matchup. It's
that's awful.
But
that's a hard way to have to watch a game.
It's hard. But it also makes you watch the NFL or NBA, whatever your fantasy sport is, or MLB. You watch more because you're more interested. But I don't think that's not the angle they're coming from. It's the fact that we're watching the game and you give two flying shits what's going on. But I have to remind you, oh shit, I need Derrick Henry to go off today. Like I'm trailing my matchup. I need at least 33 points.
If you and I were sitting watching a game, I don't know what kind of hell would have had to have happened to have got me to that point where I was watching the game with you.
I'm just trying to say.
But here's the thing. If you start hitting me with all of these statistics about what you need this guy to do and that there's another game going on and you need this guy to do anything, I would think possibly that I had slipped into a different hell and that I could never get out of it.
It's bad.
That I might never get out of it.
I can't imagine that non-fantasy sports people can sit around with fantasy sports people.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Because I hate it.
Right.
Waylon got into fantasy sports with his buddies this year. He'd be like, "Oh, I need Corey Davis to do this. I need Jonnu Smith. I need this guy to do this." And I'm like, nobody gives a shit, man.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Dude, you're literally the same person." I said, "I know, and I hate myself for it.
I hate
it. I hate it that I'm telling you I need Phillip Rivers to throw 3 touchdowns, or whatever.
Yeah.
I hate being that guy. That being said, it's just an obsession, and it's just a fun sport for us. We're not douchebags like CrossFit guys.
Are you though? Are you not?
A little bit.
Yeah, you are a little bit though. You know what I mean?
But
I don't know which one I hate more.
It's CrossFit guy.
I
think it is.
but I kind of want to do CrossFit, but I kind of want to do CrossFit, but there's nothing in me that wants to do.
When I want to do that, I'll just go ahead and join another cult.
There's nothing in me that wants to do the fantasy sports. However, there's a little bit in me that wants to do CrossFit. There's just a little bit. It's kind of like jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu guy's going to tell you about being in jiu-jitsu. So I understand that one. I don't want to do the other one, so I'm going to have to vote for fantasy sports guys worse.
You know what? Fuck. We'll go with fantasy sports guy.
Yeah, I think so. Now I'll say this: I rag pretty hard on that CrossFit guy.
Well, you should.
I should, and I hit him with it pretty hard.
They're annoying.
I get it
because all the terminology
I hate it.
And all the stuff that can't be good for you long term.
You should never lift weights to see how fast you can lift weights.
I've just known a lot of douchebags that done CrossFit.
I do too. I still know them. I still know a bunch of them.
Yeah, I mean, I know, and I think if I went in there, you could find some more.
No, yeah.
I just see the ones I see online. I'm like, oh, that's douchey.
Yeah.
But I know some really cool people that do it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
maybe.
Maybe they started off as good people.
Yeah.
Then they got in the cult.
Yeah. Then they join. Then
they judge you.
I'm sure that those people down in the middle of the jungles in South America, they didn't mean to drink the Kool-Aid whenever they first started. Started down there. But they did at one point.
Let's see. So that leaves our winners: loud muffler guy, vape guy, Jeep guy.
Yeah,
poor Jeep guy.
Poor Jeep guy.
And fantasy sports guy.
Yeah, that's the winners.
So who's the ultimate winner?
Vape guy.
Yeah,
vape guy.
Yeah, I think so. I think Jeep guy was a fun run.
Yeah.
And it was made for a hell of a segment.
It made for a good one, but he falls out real quick. It won't hold up.
At the end of the day, I'm going to jump in somebody's Jeep.
I'll be in the Jeep. I'm going to rag him a little. You know the thing about Jeep guy is? He take it pretty good.
Maybe he can.
Yeah, some of them can.
Some of them can.
Depends on how new their Jeep is.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they're driving that 2020 that's jacked up in there, they're not going to be as good at it. If they're driving an old JK, you'll probably take it.
I would jump in Jeep guy's Jeep and go riding around and go see the. Now when we get stopped and they get talking their shit, I'm gonna be off on the side checking my phone.
Yeah, might walk back to the cooler and see what's going on back there.
Any good cooler talk, any good beer talk, give me a Busch Light, please. But because they're talking about stuff I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I can handle it. Fancy sports guy.
Yeah, I mean you could do that one.
I can handle those guys.
Yeah.
I do it every year.
Right.
I know I can handle it because I'm not.
My favorite comment from a Jeep person come from a non-Jeep person that just happened to have a Jeep, and he had a gear shift. The gear shift topper was a baseball, and he'd bought the Jeep, and I said, I got in this vehicle the next time, and that was gone. The golf ball or the baseball was gone. I said, what happened there? He said, you're getting a lot of conversations as being a Jeep owner, and I didn't want one of them to be baseball because I don't know anything about it. He said, so I just thought I better go ahead and get rid of that.
Smart thing.
Yeah.
Boy, loud muffler guy.
Yeah.
It's really tough to.
I'd forgotten about loud muffler guy, but they. I don't know. Loud muffler guy can grab vape guy, and they can both get in a vehicle and go blow some coal somewhere. As far as I'm concerned.
Well, here's the thing: there's no way in hell they're not the same.
Oh yeah.
Loud muffler guy has all the vape pens. He's got
the new ones.
He's got the bazooka.
Yeah.
He's got the big bazooka vape pen, no doubt.
Oh, I guarantee it. And if you're going to blow black smoke, you're going to blow white smoke in out of the front. That's probably a thing. We probably just discovered a thing that we didn't discover. We probably just walked into the middle of it. It's blowing white smoke out of the cab while you're blowing black smoke out of the tailpipe. That's probably a thing.
Well,
I hate it.
Well, let's stay on task here because as much
I hate that guy.
As much as we're giving black smoke guy and loud speaker guy, the task at hand is loud muffler guy. So if you're just pigeonholing one specific guy,
vape guy, I hate
loud vape guy,
vape guy,
he's the douche. He's the douche of all douches.
I hate him the most.
And I think that was actually the winner. I'd have to look back. But either loud muffler. I think loud muffler guy took it on their poll for the winner. But man, vape guy, it's just way too. It's way too accepted.
Yeah.
in our culture that
that the thought that is the coolness factor of it, and that anybody thinks that's cool.
it's like, why are you vaping in public? They're like, well, it's not really accepted to suck a penis in public. So here I am.
Yeah,
hitting my.
I
vape
wanted
pen.
this. I wanted this to be a BBC, but it's just a little robot C. It's a LRC instead of a BBC. So that's what we're going.
Somebody told me the other day, he's like, DK, we met somebody we think was your family the other day. And I said, oh, well, how do you know? And they're like, well, they said they knew you and they thought that y'all were related. And they said, we got in the car and the first thing he done was blow this utterly humongous and unnecessary and unwarranted thing of smoke out of his vape.
I wasn't. Did you say he wasn't in my family?
I said, I don't know him.
Yeah.
I don't know him.
Mm-mm.
Ain't my kinfolk.
Yeah, if he might have been blowing smoke out of a cigarette, maybe.
Yeah.
Not out of a robot penis, he wasn't.
So congratulations, Vape Guy. You are the 2021 version of the One Lane Road podcast. Don't be that guy. Thank you for Jason
And your
Martin.
Your award is a giant robot penis.
Just be looking in the mail for that.
Look in the
It's
mail
coming.
for your giant robot penis.
Thanks. When we can't create our own content, we'll get on places and steal it. So
I don't care.
Thanks to J. Martin Ramon
Yeah.
for 104.5 The Zone, really entertaining show they got every morning there on The Zone.
Check them out.
So,
Got anything else?
we'll save it for the next episode. We got some more stuff, but
I gotta go get groceries.
I do want to say,
I'm rotting away. I'm wasting away over here.
dude, the snow. We didn't talk about the snow. We didn't talk about all that. And by the time my wife was in the house for 7 days,
You had to walk up that hill. I saw your footsteps up and down your hill. That's awful, isn't it?
I don't like necessarily being a negative person. I don't like being Debbie Downer. I don't like pissing on people's parade.
Right.
But while people, I wasn't doing it for clout. I wasn't doing it for attention. But I did put a picture of my driveway going up and down on Facebook. And I said, it's not going, what's the old saying to school, 3 miles in the snow both ways.
Uphill both ways, yeah.
I said, but it ain't ideal.
Right.
I just want people, while they're praying, saying, on Facebook before they go to bed, hoping to wake up to some snow.
Oh, yeah.
People that live in driveways like me, like JB and Nikki Stone, and there's other people that comment on it. You don't want that. You don't want. I went to work on Monday.
How many treacherous walks down that hill did you have? How many times did you go,
Well, I went to work on Monday, left about 2 hours early, so I beat the weather. I parked at the bottom, walked up it.
Right.
Hindsight, we probably should park my wife's vehicle too, so she wouldn't have been stuck
In the house.
But then you're hauling kids up and down the hill. You don't want to do that.
Right.
So I didn't go to work Tuesday. I worked from home Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday.
Right.
I'm going to work. So you're walking down in the mornings. You're walking up in the evenings. God forbid you need something from the dollar store.
Man.
I was trying to go to the gym some also. So one day I packed my gym bag, a gallon of milk, a bag of cat food
up the hill.
Up the freaking hill. And most of the days, even what days I was wearing like cowboy boots, I was wearing these boots, so it wasn't like cowboy. But I didn't fall. One morning, dude, that Wednesday morning, carrying my laptop even, because I was I worked from home Tuesday. I fell 4 times in a span of 45 seconds. I dropped all the cuss words.
Oh, God.
Stupid ass MF and heel.
Yeah.
Cussing my dad for building a house up there.
Did you just stop, roll down your window, cuss at your dad's house?
Fuck you, Rick!
Just keep driving. Later on, he said, Dustin, I think somebody stopped yelling profanity at me. Yeah, it was me, Rick.
It was you. It was me.
Yeah.
It was me and you in the driveway.
Yeah.
It's the conversation I was had.
Yeah.
This morning.
That we have every year at this time, Rick.
It's just, man. And James Hatcher tried to say, I put that picture, he's like, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you just buy a new side-by-side? I said, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Okay. Well, they don't even have insurance on yet.
Yeah,
so
let's go ahead and park it at the bottom of the hill because there's nobody in that area that would come to decide that it was theirs instead.
Or it'd go off the side of the hill because ice is ice, Lucas. So that night, I fancy James is the smartest person that I know.
Well, that's weird. He does too.
Yeah. Well, I knew it was one of us.
Yeah.
And so that night, Lindsay's like, "Did you see Tom Weir from Solana's video?" I was like, "No, I did. What is it?" She goes, "His driveway is nowhere near as bad as ours. He tried to drive his side up it. Look at what it done. So it goes up it.
then it slides down. Then it goes sideways, and then tumbles about 5 times. I said, I'm not doing it because I don't have the energy. Tag James Hatcher in that video.
All right.
Yeah. Just let him know. So, yeah, by the time Sunday hit, Lindsay's like, get me out of this damn house. We got a babysitter, and we went grocery shopping. Just to get out of the house.
Yeah. I guarantee it.
And stayed gone long.
Oh, yeah. Paid that babysitter.
And just to go get groceries, just to get out of the house, man.
Yeah, that was awful. We were getting groceries prior to that, and prior to it ever snowing, and there's this boy that was going, man, I cannot wait. I hope we get 10 inches of snow. I said, you've never been in snow. You've never had any snow while you were driving. I said, how old are you? He said, 17. I said, it's been 4 years since there was any snow. You've never driven in it. You don't know what it's like. Do you know what 10 inches of snow would be like? He said, oh, I'd be all over the place in my big truck. I said, no, you wouldn't. Where you'd be in your big truck is you'd either be stuck on the side of the road or you'd wreck it.
Yeah.
That's where you'd be. I said, you don't know how to drive in snow.
I have known something about our lack of snow here. It gives men around here probably a false
sense of their skills behind the wheel.
No. Of how much 5 inches is. Because I don't know how many men probably got on Facebook and people were just gawking at the fact we have 5 inches. They have their rulers and their and their yardsticks and they're going, damn, we got 5 inches last night. And dude's like, hell yeah, hell yeah.
And there's half of them going, oh, that's 5 inches.
I never really thought 5, 6 inches was that much.
That's more than I thought it was.
They're really gawking about this 5 inches on you.
5 inches, a little bit longer than I thought it was. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Yeah.
Eight's a lot, ain't it? Eight's a lot, ain't it? It's a lot, ain't it?
Man, I can't imagine us having 8 or 9 inches of snow here.
Yeah. Woman going, yeah, 8's a lot. 8 is a lot.
Compared to 5.
Yeah. Compared to 5, it's a lot. There's a long way between 5 and 8. Yeah. It's a long way.
Okay. I'm logging off now.
As she continues to stare.
Just pull up that yardstick a couple more inches right here. See what that look like.
Roll that over. Just bend it in half. Bend that ruler in half.
Oh, so hey, James, they unveiled yesterday. They're having a girl.
Congratulations!
Born in June. So
well, good.
They were going to wait, but James like
going to wait to tell.
James, they were just going to find out.
But
on the
you
spot.
said that
they were going to, and James said about talking her into if the Packers make the Super Bowl and letting us know what it is. I said, what does the Packers going to the Super Bowl have anything to do with you find out what your child is a little early? I said, but then again, Packers, they're not winning anything, James. They're not going to. But then I asked, I saw the video, and they unveiled it was a girl, and I said, how'd you?
So he has said it in public then?
Yeah, it's on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I saw it.
Yeah.
So I texted him this morning. I said, how'd you figure out? You convince her to? She's like, I didn't want to know. I'd already waited this long, so I was just going to go roll with it. He said, but she wanted to start shopping.
Yeah, it's hard. It'd be hard to not know at this time.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have baby showers. Well, they're probably not. They've already got other kids, but if you got a little girl coming, you might maybe you want to have another baby shower.
Yeah, you deserved it. You deserve that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad. Yeah, whatever. I don't see how people do it. It's hard enough to determine a name when you know you're having a boy.
Oh yeah.
You have 3 or 4 names picked out.
Yeah. Camden asked me the other day. Said, "How'd you know what my name was going to be?" I said, "I knew what your name was years before you were ever born." I said, "What about Eli?" I said, "I didn't know until it was getting to the point where like, holy crap, he's going to be here like in a day or two. We better figure out a name."
Yeah. It's wild. And I guess to finish up, Mike DeMezza will be at Doe Creek Tavern.
Bam.
Or Doe Creek Bar and Grill. I always want to call it Tavern. This Saturday, March the 6th.
Good.
I think. I don't know if I'm going to be there. Shaq's birthday's the day, so I'll probably watch highlights all day. It's a joke. But anyway.
Here's the thing. If you weren't supporting him, who would be? We don't know, so you got to keep it up.
Mike DeMezza?
Shaq.
Oh, okay. But no, Mike DeMezza will be down at Doe Creek 8 to 11. It's a free show. No tickets. Just come on and have some fun. We got some more stuff planned for you next week. We'll get together. We'll promise to have a podcast next week.
Do you know what the tell them how to get to Doe Creek if they ain't nobody ever been there.
It's behind Save-A-Lot. You take the road up beside Save-A-Lot
in Gainesboro.
In Gainesboro, yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So you're driving through Gainesboro, going to Cookeville, past Save-A-Lot, turn left.
right beside Save-A-Lot. There's a little road between the Save-A-Lot and the car wash, and it's first little block building on the left where they just had Rod Davis and Brandon Martin there a couple weeks ago. So, yeah, go check out Mike, support him, bring him a shot of whiskey. I'm sure he'll oblige by drinking it.
And Jeanette and Barry, support them.
Well, absolutely, Jeanette and Barry. That goes without
Of
saying.
course.
Man, they had me and Lindsay. I had the brisket sandwich. He had the barbecue sandwich. Dadgum for $14 and to have that. Oh my gosh, it was great.
Brisket. The word brisket makes my mouth water.
Lindsay don't even like brisket, and I'm like, what? She almost talked me out of it. And I was like, no, I'm getting it.
Yeah, that's the best thing to get whenever you can.
It was really good.
All right, everybody, we're leaving. I love you. So does Dustin.
I do love you.